So hi everyone, a very good morning to all of you and welcome back once again to another class of government schemes. In today's class, my dear friends, we are going to talk about two important schemes from the Ministry of Jal Shakti. These are Jal Jeevan Mission and Govardhan Yojana, right? So please give me a thumbs up if you can see me properly and can hear me properly, then I'll quickly start the class and I hope you guys are attending my revision classes of government schemes. Those revision classes are really very important for the upcoming RBI Grade B examination. So please give me thumbs up if you can see me properly and can hear me properly, then I'll quickly start the class. Good morning and good morning everyone. चलिए जी प्लीज बताइए if everything is fine. You can see me properly and can hear me properly so that I can start the class. ठीक है. चलिए let's start the class my dear friends without any delay and let's talk about first the जल जीवन मिशन. So as the name says जल जीवन मिशन. I hope आप सबने जल जीवन मिशन के बारे में तो डेफिनेटली सुना होगा. इसको हर घर जल भी बोलते हैं, राइट? इसको क्या बोलते हैं? हर घर जल भी बोलते हैं, राइट? तो हर घर जल कैसे पहुंचेगा? ऑब्वियसली थ्रू द टैप वाटर, थ्रू द टैप्स एंड नॉट ओनली टैप्स, थ्रू द टैप वाटर, राइट? तो हर घर जल, हाउ द गवर्नमेंट विल ensure that water is being supplied in every rural house, in every household in fact, obviously by providing the tap water connection. And yes, that is the objective my dear friends of this particular scheme, that is to provide functional household tap connections with 55 liters per capita per day of potable water. Potable मतलब जो कि पीने लायक हो, to every rural household in India by the year 2024. Right now, एक इसमें दो चीजें आपको याद रखनी है. फर्स्ट, इट शुड बी फंक्शनल हाउस होल्ड टैप कनेक्शन, नंबर वन. सेकेंड, 55 liters per capita per day. This much amount of water has to be ensured in every rural household. Okay, the third thing that you have to remember, that it is for only for the rural households. And the fourth thing, that the target was to be achieved by the year 2024, which we were not able to achieve. ठीक है जी, वो हम achieve नहीं कर पाए. And that is why the scheme has now been extended till the year 2028 as announced in the budget 25-26. This scheme, my dear friends, was launched in the year 2019 by Ministry of Jal Shakti. The total outlay is 3.60 crore. है यहाँ पे पॉइंट है, 360 नहीं है, 3.6 लाख करोड़, राइट? 3.6 लाख करोड़ इसका टोटल आउटले है, ठीक है, जिसमें से सेंटर जो है, सेंटर इज द गिविंग, सेंटर इज स्पॉन्सरिंग 2.08 lakh crores while the states is 1.52 lakh crores, which means it is a centrally sponsored scheme. It is a centrally sponsored scheme where the funding, where the amount is shared between the center and the state governments. ठीक है. Now do remember, this outlay my dear friends was till the year 2024. The extended outlay has yet not been declared by the government because the scheme has been extended till 2028, right? This outlay of 3.60 lakh crore was up to 2024 because the initial target was 2024. Now since the scheme has been extended, right, its outlay must also be extended, right? So but the government has yet not extended the outlay के बारे में उन्होंने कुछ भी अभी नहीं बताया है, ठीक है. Now eligibility की तो कुछ आई थिंक याद रखने की आपको जरूरत नहीं है. All rural households in India are eligible, especially those rural villages which are in the water stressed areas, quality affected zone, drought prone regions and Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana villages. Of course, when we launch any particular scheme, we focus on that area which is vulnerable. ठीक है. So वैसे तो all rural households in India are eligible, but obviously the primary focus is on the water stressed areas, the quality affected zone where the water quality is not at par, the drought prone regions and the villages which comes under the Sansad Adarsh Gram Yojana, right? Now under this scheme, my dear friends, the village action plans. So basically rural households get these functional tap water connection through village action plans. So village action plans, my dear friends, are prepared by the Pani Samitis. ठीक है. These are the committees, local level committees. These committees are called as Pani Samitis, right? So village action plans are prepared by Pani Samiti, and in these Pani Samitis, at least 50% of all the members must be women, right? Including representative from SHG, Asha workers and Anganwadi teachers. Now this scheme encourages, my dear friends, Jan Andolan by involving the local communities in planning, managing and maintaining the water supply system. नाउ ये स्कीम जो है वो लोकल कम्युनिटी को एंगेज करने के को प्रमोट करती है by in planning, in managing and in maintaining the water supply systems. All right. Now, सिर्फ पानी देना is not enough, right? Providing only the tap water is not enough. We need to ensure that the quality of water is also at par. The water should not contain the arsenic content. The water should not contain any chemical which could cause any particular disease, right? So under this particular scheme, the water quality laboratories have been established and training of 5 women per village is conducted to use the field test kits, right? Now this scheme utilizes IoT based sensors for real time monitoring, right? The real time monitoring of the assets which are being created under this particular scheme is done, geotagging of assets is done, and Aadhaar based delivery systems are also there. ठीक है. Now this scheme also focuses on grey water use. Grey water क्या होता है? That we जो हमारे किचन और बाथरूम से वेस्ट वाटर निकलता है, राइट? So it focuses on grey water reuse as well, treatment and source sustainability through initiatives like rainwater harvesting and aquifer recharge. Alright, आगे चलते हैं. Funding pattern 90:10 for Himalayan and northeastern states, which means 90% by center and 10% by the states. Okay, 50-50 for other states and 100% funding is provided by the central government for union territories. Okay, now there is a complementary urban mission as well for universal water supply in the statutory towns, and this was announced in budget 21-22, taking the scheme from only the rural areas to some urban areas where water supply is not at par, where the households do not have the functional tap water connections. Okay, and then there is a Rashtra Jal Jeevan Kosh, through which the Ministry of Jal Shakti is mobilizing and accepting the donations or contributions received from the various sources. Okay, ji. Now there are 11 states and UTs across the country which have achieved the 100% tap water connection, which means all the rural households in these states and UTs have the tap water connection. These are Goa, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Dadar, Nagar Haveli and Daman Diu, Haryana, Telangana, Puducherry, Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Punjab, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. This is important. At least you remember that there are 11 states and UTs in the country which have achieved this particular target. Okay. All right. Now, what is the impact of the mission? Okay. So, according to WHO, if we are able to achieve the Jal Jeevan mission's goal, it will save over 5.5 crore hours daily, primarily for women, which is otherwise spent in collecting the water, right? WHO has also projected that if we ensure that we provide the safe drinking water to all the households in the country, so it will prevent nearly 4 lakh deaths from the diarrheal diseases. तो आप देख सकते हैं सिर्फ एक पानी कितना बड़ा कमाल कर सकता है. Nobel laureate Professor Michael Kramer's research has suggested that safe water coverage could reduce the mortality among children under 5 by nearly 30%, thereby potentially saving 1,36,000 lives annually. हर साल 1,36,000 जाने हम बचा सकते हैं if we are able to provide clean and safe water. And IIM Bangalore has conducted a study in partnership with ILO, and that study has estimated that the Jal Jeevan mission will generate 59.9 lakh person years of direct employment and 2.2 crore person years of indirect employment during its implementation phase. Okay, so the scheme has a huge impact, my dear friends. You need to remember all these. And last but not the least, अगर हम progress की बात करें, so last data that have been given by the government is as on 23rd July 2025. This is the latest one. So out of 19.36 crore rural households in the country, more than 15.67 crores, यानी कि 80.95% households in the country have reported to have the water supply in their homes, tap water supply in their homes, right? यानी कि approximately 81% जो है households में हमारे देश में tap water connections आ चुका है. But obviously there is a long way to go. The rest of the 19% of households have to be covered, and for that the scheme has been extended till the year 2028. Clear है? चलिए, ये था जल जीवन मिशन. Now let's talk about the Govardhan Yojana. Govardhan, as the name says, my dear friends, Govardhan, as the name says, it is particularly aimed at converting the biodegradable waste like cattle dung, agricultural residue and other organic biomass into biogas, compressed biogas and organic manure, right, into biogas, compressed biogas and organic manure. It was launched in the year 2018 as part of the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin Phase 2 by the Ministry of Jal Shakti. ठीक है, तो बेसिकली इसका ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है कि जो भी बायो वेस्ट है, बायोडिग्रेडेबल वेस्ट है, उसको कन्वर्ट करना इनटू बायोमास, इनटू बायोगैस, compressed biogas and organic manure. That is the objective of this particular scheme. ठीक है, and there are certain provisions under this particular scheme that you need to remember. First of all, if I talk about the target group, so rural and urban entrepreneurs which are involved in waste to energy projects, okay, farmer and agricultural communities, they get benefit from the organic manure which are produced under the Govardhan Yojana. Financial institutions and oil and gas marketing companies which are supporting the CBG infrastructure. CBG means compressed biogas. And state and local governments which are engaged in the waste management and urban development. Okay, these are the target group. And obviously you need not remember all these target group word to word. This is given just for the basic understanding. Okay, आगे चलते हैं. Now in the budget 23-24, this is very important. The budget 23-24 established a target to establish 200 new CBG plants. As on December 2024, there are 37 plants which are functional in the country, my dear friends, and 133 are in various stages of development. Okay. The Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas has mandated the mandatory blending of CBG with compressed natural gas. उन्होंने क्या करा है, CBG जो blending of CBG है उसको mandatory कर दिया with compressed natural gas in transport and piped natural gas in the domestic sectors. ठीक है, इसके अलावा what is the financial assistance and how is the marketing being done for these bioresources which are being created? The market development assistance scheme of the Department of Fertilizers. There is a market development assistance scheme of the Department of Fertilizers. It offers financial support of rupees 1500 per metric ton. 1500 per metric ton for sale of fermented organic manure and liquid fermented organic manure produced from the Govardhan plants. Right, fermented organic manure and liquid fermented organic manure produced from the Govardhan plants. इसके लिए 1500 रुपए पर मेट्रिक टन मार्केट डेवलपमेंट असिस्टेंस स्कीम के अंडर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ फर्टिलाइजर्स प्रोड्यूसर्स को देता है. ठीक है, द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ पेट्रोलियम एंड नेचुरल गैस प्रोवाइड्स फाइनेंशियल एड for pipeline infrastructure development for CBG injection into city gas networks with an online portal operational for application processing. ठीक है जी, क्या करता है ये, फाइनेंशियल एड दी जाती है फॉर पाइपलाइन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट फॉर CBG इंजेक्शन. CBG मतलब कंप्रेस्ड बायोगैस इंजेक्शन इनटू सिटी गैस नेटवर्क्स, राइट. देन assistance for biomass aggregation machinery procurement has resulted in sanctions totaling nearly 30 crores. जो बायोमास एग्रीगेशन मशीनरी होती है उसके प्रोक्योरमेंट के लिए भी सरकार बेनिफिट देती है और अभी तक 38 करोड़ रुपीस का बेनिफिट दिया जा चुका है. एंड देयर इज अ सतत स्कीम व्हिच एंश्योर्स assured offtake of CBG by oil marketing companies at fixed prices. ठीक है, इस स्कीम में से दोस्तों अगर क्वेश्चन आया तो वो बहुत बेसिक होगा, इसमें से मतलब बहुत कोई इंपॉर्टेंट ऐसा प्रोविजन है नहीं. ठीक है, बट ये मैं इसलिए करा रहा हूँ क्योंकि इसमें से एक बार क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. ठीक है, व्हाट आर टैक्स बेनिफिट्स? Excise duty exemption is there on CBG blended with CNG, and this is for preventing the double taxation, improving the economic viability of the CBG projects. Right? There is a waste to energy component under this particular scheme, under which the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy offers the central financial assistance of up to rupees 10 crore per bio CNG project. इसमें क्या है, वेस्ट टू एनर्जी स्कीम के अंदर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ न्यू एंड रिन्यूएबल एनर्जी क्या करता है, सेंट्रल फाइनेंशियल असिस्टेंस देता ऑफ अप टू रुपीस 10 करोड़ पर बायो सीएनजी प्रोजेक्ट्स अंडर द वेस्ट टू एनर्जी प्रोग्राम. ठीक है, एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट जो एग्रीकल्चर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर फंड है, आपने सुना होगा 1 लाख करोड़ रुपए का, उसके अंदर 3% की सबवेंशन मिलती है, राइट, फॉर क्रिएटिंग द एग्रीकल्चर इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर. So the biogas plants, the compressed biogas plants, the bio CNG plants under Govardhan Yojana are also eligible to get a 3% interest subvention on the loans up to rupees 2 crores for setting up CBG plants, promoting agriculture sector integration. Because obviously when we are creating the CBG plants, my dear friends, we are providing the organic manure to the agriculture and thereby supporting the agriculture. So in a way CBG plant is an agriculture infrastructure only, and that is why the support is provided under the agriculture infrastructure fund to the CBG plants. All right, that's it, my dear friends, for these two schemes. I hope both the schemes are clear. If yes, please give me a thumbs up, and otherwise you can ask your queries. Aman is asking, apart from your scheme classes for RBI, is this also required to attend? यार देखो, कर लोगे तो अच्छा रहेगा, ठीक है, जितना मैक्सिमम प्रिपरेशन करोगे उतना अच्छा रहेगा. डिवीजन क्लासेस जो है और पीआईबीएन स्कीम वो अटेंड कर ले इंस्टेड ऑफ ऑल रेगुलर वीडियोस ऑफ सेम मंथ एंड रिवाइज फ्रॉम पीडीएफ, तो वो इनफ होगा एज कंटेंट इज सेम एंड टाइम इज लेस. यस, कंटेंट इज सेम. इफ यू हैव द पीडीएफ्स, अमन, you have the PDFs, you can revise through the PDFs. There is no problem. ठीक है जी, चलिए. So let's wind it up. I believe there are no more doubts. Thank you very much for being with me. Goodbye, take care, and God bless.